Before somebody scams you, in your heart, you feel like that's not the right decision to make. In your heart of heart, you feel it. You feel it. If you ever ask yourself, is this a scam? Then that's your gut telling you not to do it. But what happens is your greed supersedes your ability to make the proper decision. There's two ways to handle confrontation: avoidance or boldness. Avoidance is because that place reminds you of a reality or a time when you felt you weren't equipped enough. Either our parents, our environment, or our lack of tools, or we just didn't want to face failure. Feel the loss, or face the emotional strife. So we avoided it. Anytime that we feel that we aren't adequate, we avoid. Anytime we feel that we aren't equipped enough, we avoid. But avoidance leaves us empty, unfulfilled, and internally insufficient. But avoiding the confrontations robs us of the strength that is needed to go to the next level. If we never look at our finances, if we never look at our bad spending habits, if we never address the issues that cause the symptoms, how can we truly heal from the trauma? Now, being able to say, I want to stand in the fire, that takes a certain level of boldness. Being able to look at your flaws, look at your wrongdoings, look at your mistakes face to face without flinching, that takes a certain level of boldness. But my question is, how many of us are being robbed of our prosperity like Esau? Notice the Bible rarely talks about Esau, but the one time when Jacob talked him out of his birthright. But instead of Esau standing in the fact that he was manipulated and taken fast, he spent the rest of his life trying to hunt his brother Jacob down, saying that Jacob was wrong. Did Jacob manipulate him? Probably. Was Jacob wrong? Probably. But what part did Esau have to play in it? His greed for not being able to delay the gratification made him sell his soup, his oatmeal, his porridge in the moment for his birthright. My question, what are you selling your birthright for?
What's good, trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like, you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, one, because they weren't in the community, and two, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through, to take you from panic to encouragement. There's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just a book club. Everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap.
What are you selling your birthright for? And are you bold enough to go get it back? In order to get it back, it doesn't mean chasing Jacob down. It's saying, how do I look at myself and say, what insufficient see that I have to put me in position to sell it in the first place? It's easy to blame Jacob. It's easy to blame his mama. It's easy to blame the scammer. Watch this. Watch this. Not in all cases, but in most cases, people get scammed because they try to make money fast. Before somebody scams you, in your heart, you feel like that's not the right decision to make. In your heart of heart, you feel it. You feel it. If you ever ask yourself, is this a scam? Then that's your gut telling you not to do it. But what happens is your greed supersedes your ability to make the proper decision. You know why scammers gonna always have a job? It's because people gonna always wanna get money without doing the work. People always gonna want to finish fast with the shortcut. The minute we can confront that, it's the minute we can put ourselves in position to win long term. I'm gonna keep it real. In my business, I've never looked for the shortcut. The only thing I ever looked for was somebody who had already experienced or achieved what I'm after, and I was willing to learn from them. But I never looked for the quickest way to get there. You gotta be willing to confront the poverty that prisons you. We got to be willing to do that. Now, confrontation is bold. It's exhilarating. You feel all the emotions. You endure all the mental, emotional scars. You relive the experience, but you come out resilient. You come out renewed. Most importantly, you come out restored. New fundamentals are now apparent. And confronting the poverty confronts the financial trauma, confronts the pain that makes you the new trailblazer. I want to use this metaphor. Harriet Tubman was able to lead us south and go to the north. The fears, the darkness, the walking through the swamps, The dogs chasing her. The white men chasing her. Her own kind of people chasing her. The jumping off the bridge, the getting on the train, the burying herself in the dirt. All of that was exhilarating. But watch this. It gave her a sense of confidence that had her say, I can do it again. I can go back. Because battle wounds mean you made it. Battle wounds give you confidence. And it's going to take confidence to overcome your old behaviors. It's going to take confidence to overcome your old mindset. It's going to take confidence to overcome everything that tells you you can't when your thoughts don't marry your actions. I want to be wealthy, Trap. I want to build wealth, Trap. But I spend every dollar I get. I can't make the investment. So do you truly want to be wealthy? What happens when what you say you want doesn't conform you? So I have a saying, if you don't want, you gotta want what you say you want, or you gotta change what you say you want. It's simple. If you ain't willing to change for what you say you want, then you don't really want it. If you ain't willing to sacrifice for what you say you want, then you don't really want it. If you ain't willing to endure for what you say you want, then you don't really want it. And then if that's the case, then you gotta renegotiate the contract with yourself. Not with Trap, not with your group chat, but with yourself. This week's episode was about confronting the poverty. So all this week, what I want you to do is, I want you to write down every time you're about to make a decision that does not coincide with what you say you want. I want you to write it down, and I want you to be truthful to yourself. I want you to write it down. If you say you're gonna work out every day of the week and then you find a reason not to work out, I want you to write that down. I didn't work out this week because I was tired. I didn't work out this week because my muscles was hurting. I didn't work out this week because I stayed up late at night. What happens is what you said you wanted and what you did didn't marry each other. They ain't married. We gotta have a harsh conversation with ourselves. We gotta have a real conversation with ourselves, because if we don't, then we setting ourselves up for failure. We not in a position right now to keep lying to ourselves, y'all. We're not in that position. We done been entertained too long. We done been lied to too long. It's time for us to have truthful conversations, and it's time for us to be educated. Education leads to expansion. I'll say it again. Education leads to expansion. Expansion increases the capacity. Increasing the capacity introduces us to new territory. There's territory with our name on it. There's things out here that only I can accomplish. There's things out here that only George can accomplish. There's things out here that only you can accomplish. And the reason why you won't accomplish them is because you haven't increased your capacity. And you haven't increased your capacity because you don't want to confront the poverty. And until we do that, we can be professional note takers. We can come to Trappin Tuesdays every week. We can laugh, we can get game, but if we never take action, then we'll never see progress. My goal is to help us build confidence in our investments, to help us create legacy, so that you're the last person that got to get it out the mud and that everybody behind you can get it out the market. You are the pioneer. You are the Harriet Tubman. You are the first generational millionaire. You are the first person that's going to have the successful business. You are the person that's going to have the successful portfolio. You. But if you don't confront the poverty, you don't turn your last name into an asset. And what if I told you, you are the person that is holding your bloodline hostage? You are the person because you are equipped, but you don't want to release it. And because you're scared to release it, your people, your bloodline, your family, and your friends will all stay anchored to poverty. You will only get so far. Somebody has to break the resistance. Everybody keep bouncing back to support levels. Somebody gotta break the resistance. And I hope that somebody is you. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. Welcome to Trappin' Tuesdays. I hope you had an amazing time with us this week. I hope you elevated. I hope you got smarter. I hope you got wiser, and I hope you have more confidence today than you had before. Make sure you download every episode of Trappin' Tuesdays on all podcast platforms. Make sure you like this link and share this link with as many people as possible. Believe it or not, man, that truly helps the show grow. Come back and watch it. Jose drops a segment every day. And this segment, this episode 42, will drop Thursday at 5 o'clock on all podcast platforms. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.